All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is January 27, 2025, and we got a wild day on our hands right now. The NASDAQ futures are down almost 4%. They were down 4% at one point in the morning. You have bonds going crazy, the currencies, everything. Bonds going crazy, the currencies, and it was like a little mini trade war in the beginning last night between the United States and Colombia, but then over the weekend, man, the fears of DeepSeek, something that can get in the way of AI, it really took hold, and now we are waking up. One of the worst days down for NVIDIA. All the chips, utilities, anything related to AI is actually getting a little bit of a hiccup. It's actually wild. Some of you were telling me this on Friday. We knew this news, and I covered in the watch list. Believe it or not, this DeepSeek stuff is about 3 weeks old. So there's people talking about this almost a month ago, but something happened this weekend. It became #1 in the App Store. Everybody was looking at it, and now you finally have your first set of AI fears. So we're going to have a wild day ahead of us. That's why I'm starting here a little early. I got all the headlines. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions, but welcome back, man. This is our day number 4, day number 5, but this is already a wild start. It's going to affect dollar, bonds, everything. And now you have both theories. I mean, here is the deal that I think all of you guys got to get right now. Do we know if this is going to be the worst thing or the black swan? We don't know yet. You have half of the world right now getting scared, the other half saying that this is bullish. They're like, oh, it's going to lead to this. There was even, I think, a couple of banks, they even upgraded Meta and a few others. So we're going to find out how it all plays out, but you are in the early stages right now of everybody debating if this is a threat. This has been now probably your first real bearish moment when it comes to AI over the last 24 months. You haven't really seen any real threats. So we'll see how it all plays out, but a lot of volatility. It's going to be crazy, Chatadonia. But what's up, man? Good morning. How you living? What up, Kurt? What up, Timothy? Dawes still with me, baby. Edza, CYV, Humble Business, Malcolm King, Uncle Terry, Caesar. Good morning, baby. What up, Zoo Ross? What up, Jay Esco? What up, El Chapato? Kurt McGirt, Luke Montes, Samuel, Dystopian, Mr. Jordan, Joe, Super Takeoff, Joshua, M16. What up, baby? Good morning, Godfather Rocky. Happy Monday. Carlos Gillen, Tim Whitman again, Eli Smith, baby. What's going on? How you doing, PSC? What up, Doss? What up, Kenyon? Marco, Jeff, Tatia. What up, baby? Good morning. How you living, man? What up, Benny Silverio? Oh, good morning. Let's do it, man. This is welcome to Monday, man. Welcome to Monday. What about that Twitch? JG, Payday, Vasily, Mother Liquor, Rookie Mistakes, Feed Me Seymour, Charlie in the Tree, Blowing Dough, Epic Eric, Robo Handtech, and Blazing Bob and Roach, baby. What's going on? So let's have a good time. I hope you have a good time. I hope you are feeling blessed. There's a lot of headlines there, even the pre-market movers. There's a couple. I tweeted it out. I even stream alerted it. Your small caps, Holo and JG. JG's on the low right now. They're already putting out PR press releases talking about integrating DeepSeek and all of that, but there's a lot of pre-market movers. I'll get them up here in a second, but very, very big reaction to start out the morning, Chad. So here it is with your Josh AI. NASDAQ futures tumble as DeepSeek rattles tech. Stocks slumped, with NASDAQ futures briefly losing more than 5% on concern that a cheaper artificial intelligence model from China threatens the dominance of U.S. technology. NVIDIA Corp plunged 12% in U.S. pre-market trading, setting it up for the biggest drop on record in terms of market capitalization. If the move holds, the volume of NASDAQ 100 futures contracts changing hands was about 4 times the 30-day average, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. S&P 500 futures sank as much as 3%, and Bitcoin slid below $100,000. The buzz over DeepSeek emerged over the weekend, with tech analysts saying the company's AI model provides comparable performance to the world's best chatbots at a fraction of the price. For investors, it put a question mark over an AI-driven rally that's added $15 trillion to the NASDAQ 100 since 2022 and been at the heart of U.S. equity gains, it does put a lot of scrutiny at the level of valuations, said Benedicte Lowe, equity derivatives strategist at BNP Paribas Markets 360. We are quite positive on U.S. tech stock sector, but it puts pressure on the outlook and is a turning point for the companies at this stage in the cycle. In Europe, ASML holding NV sank 10%, the biggest sell-off since October, weighing on the Europe Stock 600, which was down 0.6%. DeepSeek's potential challenge to Silicon Valley's business model of massive research and development spending sent ripples into other industries. Power stocks, which are typically less volatile, slid on fears of weaker electricity demand from AI data centers. Constellation Energy Corp fell 13% in NRG, lost 10% in early trading. Makers of power equipment were also dropping, with Oklo, a developer of small nuclear reactors backed by OpenAI's Sam Altman, down 14%. Columbia spat. President Donald Trump's spat over the weekend with Colombia also added to the bearish mood in the market. Trump had announced sweeping tariffs on the country and then abruptly changed course after reaching a deal on the return of deported migrants. The yield on 10-year U.S. bonds was down 12 basis points at 4.50% as investors sought haven assets. The incident again shows that tariffs are a negotiating tool, but markets need to price in some premium for the volatility that such announcements will bring, wrote Mohit Kumar, a strategist at Jefferies International Limited. Tech will remain in focus for traders, with 4 of the Magnificent 7 stocks, Apple Inc., Microsoft Corp., Meta Platforms Inc., and Tesla Inc. scheduled to release results this week. It's also a high-stakes period for Europe, as firms comprising about 21% of the Stock 600 index's market value are set to report. Chip equipment maker ASML is among the most high-profile. LVMH, SAP-C, and Shell plc are also on the earnings roster, with DeepSeek likely to stay in investors' minds. Muted gains for beats and severe punishment for misses may be the outcome of the earnings season, said Patrick Armstrong, Chief Investment Officer at Plurimi Wealth LLP. In China, AI-related stocks reacted positively, with mainland-listed Merit Interactive Company among those surging by their daily limits. Merit has some of the clearest links to DeepSeek after stating in an earlier filing that it had incorporated the homegrown AI firm's model into marketing. In Hong Kong, the Hang Seng Tech Index climbed as much as 2% ahead of Lunar New Year holidays this week. Markets in Taiwan, South Korea, and Australia are closed for a holiday Monday. Key events this week: ECB President Christine Lagarde and others speak Monday. U.S. consumer confidence, durable goods Tuesday. Chile rate decision Tuesday. Australia CPI Wednesday. BOE Governor Andrew Bailey speaks Wednesday. U.S. rate decision Wednesday. Tesla, Microsoft, Meta, ASML earnings Wednesday. Canada rate decision Wednesday. Brazil rate decision Wednesday. BOJ Deputy Governor Raioso Hamino speaks Thursday. Eurozone consumer confidence, unemployment, GDP Thursday. ECB rate decision Thursday. South Africa rate decision Thursday. US GDP jobless claims Thursday. Apple, Deutsche Bank, Shell earnings Thursday. Japan unemployment, Tokyo CPI Friday. US personal income and spending, PCE inflation Friday. Colombia unemployment rate decision Friday. U.S. yields fall to lowest this year as tech risk fuels haven bid. U.S. Treasuries rallied on Monday as investors flocked to safe assets after technology firms drove a slump in equity markets. The yield on 10-year U.S. bonds fell as much as 12 basis points, the most in almost 2 weeks, to 4.50%, while the policy-sensitive 2-year rate dropped 10 basis points to 4.17%, the lowest in over a month. Haven currencies, including the yen and the Swiss franc, surged. Global markets were shaken by news of a fresh artificial intelligence model from Chinese startup DeepSeek, which raised questions over America's technological dominance and fueled concerns that sky high. U.S. tech valuations may come under pressure. Tech stocks plunged across the globe. China's economy stumbles in sign rebound hinges on more stimulus. China's economic activity unexpectedly faltered to start the year, breaking the momentum of a recovery sparked by stimulus measures and underlining the need for Beijing to do more to prevent another slowdown. Factory activity shrank in January after 3 months of expansion, with the Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index falling to 49.1, the lowest since August. The non-manufacturing gauge for construction and services dropped to 50.2, just above the 50 mark that separates growth and contraction. The disappointment followed other official data showing the government's fiscal support to the economy was weak last year. Industrial firms reported the third straight year of profit declines as deflation pressure persists, even though a program to subsidize purchases of consumer goods and machinery contributed to an earnings uptick in late 2024. Top overnight news: NVIDIA shares tumbled pre-market as Chinese startup DeepSeek's lower-cost AI model, which Mark Andreessen called AI's Sputnik moment, cast doubt on sky-high tech valuations. NASDAQ futures fell more than 4%, putting broader tech stocks on track for a $1 trillion wipeout. ASML dropped more than 10%. DeepSeek's AI assistant overtook ChatGPT to become the top free app on the U.S. App Store. BBG. Big tech earnings this week may add to worries for equities bulls, with profit growth projected to come in at the slowest pace in almost 2 years. BBB. U.S. President Trump announced the U.S. will impose emergency 25% tariffs on all Colombian goods coming into the U.S., which will be raised to 50% in 1 week after Colombia denied entry to 2 U.S. deportation flights. Trump also announced a travel ban and visa revocations on Colombian government officials and said he will fully impose emergency treasury, banking, and financial sanctions on Colombia, while he added that the measures on Colombia are just the beginning. Colombian President Petro backtracked and offered his presidential plane to repatriate migrants coming back from the U.S., although Reuters reported that Petro threatened 50% tariffs on goods from the U.S. in retaliation to measures announced by U.S. President Trump. However, the White House later announced that Colombia has agreed to all of President Trump's terms, including unrestricted acceptance of all illegal aliens from Colombia returned from the U.S., while fully drafted IEEPA tariffs and sanctions on Colombia will be held in reserve and not signed, but visa sanctions issued and enhanced inspections will remain in effect until the first plane of Colombian deportees is returned. Mexico reportedly refused a U.S. deportation flight, according to officials cited by Reuters. However, the White House denied reports of Mexico refusing migrant flights and stated that Mexico has accepted several flights in recent days. Momentum is growing among U.S. President Trump's advisors to place 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada as soon as Saturday ahead of negotiations. WSJ. Pete Hegseth was confirmed by the U.S. Senate as Secretary of Defense through a 51-50 vote in which U.S. VP Vance cast the tie-breaking vote. Elon Musk reportedly explores blockchain use in the U.S. government efficiency effort. China's economy stumbled in January, with factory activity unexpectedly shrinking to 49.1 after 3 months of expansion. Economists said the pre-Chinese New Year slowdown was more severe than usual. BBG, the CSRC unveiled measures to boost index investments, and the government approved 52 billion yuan, $7.2 billion for long-term equity investment. BBG. Israel started allowing Palestinians to return to northern Gaza. The AP reported the White House earlier said Israel and Lebanon extended their truce until Feb 18 as they began talks for the return of Lebanese prisoners. BBG. German companies unexpectedly became more pessimistic at the start of the year. IFO's expectations index fell to 84.2 in January. January from 84.4 the previous month. BBG, British business activity slumped and profit warnings rose. Reports by the CBI and EY Parthenon showed PM Keir Starmer discussed trade on a call with Trump and agreed to meet soon. BBG, Goldman predicts U.S. sanctions won't significantly impact Russian oil production because of high freight rates and cheap supply. Non-sanctioned ships are filling the gap left by blacklisted tankers, while the deepening discount of ESPO crude attracts price-sensitive buyers. GIR BBG. GIR BBG. There's more. S&P futures, they are down by 2.2 Monday morning trading, while NASDAQ is off by 3.8. Comes after U.S. equities rallied for a second straight week last week, with the S&P hitting a fresh all-time high on Thursday. Treasuries rallying across the curve, 10-year nearing 4.5. Dollar down by 0.3, with the yen the best performer on safe haven bid. Gold is off by 0.4, Bitcoin down by 5, and WTI is down by 0.6. Sell-off, a function of all of the buzz surrounding Chinese AI startup DeepSeek, whose open-source models have rivaled the performance of the leading U.S. chatbots, but just at a fraction of the cost. This has heaped scrutiny on the outsized hyperscaler CapEx ramp, as well as the pockets of the broader U.S. exceptionalism theme. Also plays into the long-standing concerns about concentration risk and potential exasperate U.S.-China tech war. Pretty quiet elsewhere, more tariff headline volatility over the weekend, with Colombia in the crosshairs before acquiescing to Trump's demand to take deported migrants. Politico also article is discussing how despite some relief surrounding initial lack of action on tariffs, there is still very much in the pipeline. Another report also noted that Trump aides want to hit Mexico and Canada as soon as February 1st. On the data front, China manufacturing PMI fell back into contraction. Big earnings week ahead, with 40% of the S&P scheduled to report, including 4 of the Mag 7 names. NVIDIA, one of the biggest decliners amid all the DeepSeek attention. Bloomberg reported Friday that Apple executive Kim Voroff has been enlisted to help fix AI in Siri. The information discussed how Amazon is trimming spending on original shows and Prime Video, boosting on sports and the amount of 3P content. AT&T results boosted by mobility net adds. Fiber growth. SoFi Q4 results ahead, but full year 25 EBITDA and EPS disappointed. BHP has cooled on making another bid for rival NGLOY. X under activist pressure with Ancora Holdings, looking to oust the CEO and get the company to pursue takeout talks beyond Nippon. New home sales on the economic calendar this morning. Tuesday brings durable goods, Conference Board of Consumer Confidence, and Richmond Fed. FOMC, the highlight on Wednesday, though Fed widely expected to leave policy unchanged, and no updated SEP. First look at Q4 GDP, initial claims pending home sales set for Thursday. Friday brings core PCE inflation, ECI, and Chicago PMI. This week also brings in $183 billion of Treasury supply via 2-year, 5-year, and 7-year notes. Hot dog. Wow, there's a more. Small Chinese AI model DeepSeek challenges much higher cost U.S. models, sparking panic in Silicon Valley. Trump admin reportedly in talks to have Oracle and U.S. investors buy TikTok. China DeepSeek reportedly has 50,000 NVIDIA H100s. Yeah, right. We'll see about that. ASML EUV lithography tools positioned to specifically benefit from DeepSeek developments. Wall Street banks are getting ready to sell up to $3 billion of debt holdings in X. S&P companies that are beating EPS consensus are seeing outsized gains in share price. Market set for high-stakes big tech earnings this week, though group expected to report slower profit growth. Tariff threat turning emerging market investors increasingly concerned about carry trades. China reveals new measures to promote development of index investment products in effort to revive market. Steel markets or steelmakers in Canada and Mexico are refusing new orders over tariff concerns. Report shows median spending on home renovations is up 60% since 2025. Bloomberg survey finds solid U.S. economy to support Fed's rate holding pattern. Mexico Central Bank says it will consider larger rate cuts in early 25. House GOP dealing with internal division of how to pay for potential Trump tax cuts. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth wins Senate approval in razor-thin vote. Trump says his first international trip could be to Saudi or the United Kingdom. Trump asks Supreme Court to freeze Biden student debt in environmental cases. CIA revises COVID-19 origin report, now favors lab leak explanation. ICE launches pre-drawn immigration raids on sanctuary city Los Angeles. Ukraine carries out second large-scale attack on major Russian oil plant. Saudi and OPEC likely to wary to boost oil output with clear sign of supply shortage. And Trump plans to end Ukraine war, focuses on targeting Russian oil revenue. Wow, Habibi. So much a headline. A 5, a 4, a 3%, a NASDAQ. What, Habibi? Come on. We have more. So good morning, baby. And shout out to vets, right? God bless America. What's up? Even though today, no, American exceptionalism on this is not a good day for that today on the market, but we'll talk about it. As far as pre-market movers, MCHP, they're up by 4.2. NXPI is up by 3.3. AZPN up 3. Emerson to acquire remaining stake for $265. AT&T is up 2.3 off earnings. WC up 2.1. CMS 2.1. CCI 1.7. Citizen initiates outperform. AKRO is up by 95. Preliminary top-line results for Symmetry Phase 2 study. ETNB up 47 in sympathy. QRVO up 3. Piper Sandler upgrade. JG is up 200%. GPT bot AI agent platform has integrated with DeepSeek. Holo up 46, plans to adopt DeepSeek R1. TVGN up 45, broadens relationship with Microsoft AI collaboration. LGTY up 24. Alpian to acquire for $14 a share. Mulan up 15 off earnings. PTLO 2.3, Stifle upgrade. Dada up by 2.4. What are these? Oh, yeah, select Chinese ADRs, all trading higher. SoFi down by 15 off earnings. Marvel down 11 off earnings. This is literally just all these names are down. I don't know how to describe it. EQX down 3.3. Citizens outperform. Spotify down 2.1. Multi-year agreement with Universal. Himix down 17. AMSC down 7.5. FNMA down 7.1. Keep Brewitz downgrade. Neutrala down 6.9. Morgan Stanley downgrade. FMCC down 5 off the downgrade. ALLK down 74 to discontinue AK006 related activities. Veru down 43. Top line phase 2B quality of Enobosum down 40. UBX down 15, MVST down 11. Nah, dude, there's so many algo. These are all just algo originated. That's why there's not too many headlines. Everything just sold off. Again, Coppin down 6.4, 50 million at the money increase. Cooler down 4.9, increases at the money sales agreement. Nuclear related stocks all going lower, lagging amid broader all power or AI power related sell off. And then Bitcoin stocks trading down by 4. Wow. And yeah, well, here's the thing. We don't know if it's an overreaction yet. I think the market is sold off crazy. Like, I am going to be mindful. I think you're going to get a bounce today at one point, and then we go from there. But again, I'm here to get you guys the info. This DeepSeek stuff is old. This is a 3-week-old article. It was just after this weekend that everybody started reacting. And honestly, if everybody didn't freak out, and if it had user adoption, if it wasn't number 1 on the App Store, I don't think people would be reacting like this. So the problem is that now the narrative, people are taking it seriously, but there's both sides right now. I'm telling you, half of Wall Street has said this is bullish. I don't know if they're coping. I don't know if it's true. But the whole idea, they're saying everything from electricity and what this could lead to on the cost front. Maybe this turns out to be a good thing. But then again, there's a lot of people that you have to realize if you have an open source model out right now that is better than a lot of what we've spent billions of dollars on, theoretically, all of that shit just got devalued overnight. Does that make sense? And that's right now where we are right now is people have to really find out where is the valuation now. And we just haven't had to do this for years when it comes down to AI. Again, we all knew this was coming. Everybody knew AI was going to get competition. You knew there was going to be something on the way. I just think this kind of got people by surprise, and it came out of nowhere. So, I think there's going to be a lot of overreaction to both sides. And for you all, that means there's going to be opportunity. So be smart, make it free, don't get too emotional, but the fact is, NVIDIA's never dropped like this. 4% down on the NASDAQ futures. Whether this continues for a week or it only lasts for 5 hours, you are going to have opportunity, my friend. So let's see where it takes us. But Chatadonia, that's it, man. I think it's game time. What do we got? I'll save my bathroom break. You're here now. I got a couple of plays for you. So I'll tell you what I'm looking at. Again, I think I gave you some good updates already. It's going to be a wild time. I think some of those Apple plays from Friday might hit. So we'll see. But, Chad, you're here right now, baby. NASDAQ was down 5% at one point. What is your first play of the day? Post it in the chat. Let's go. Short Oklo calls, oil, K-Web calls, Horde, sit and watch, NVIDIA puts, SoFi puts, AMD, good morning, CVS, you know what's not down, Intel, NVIDIA puts, shout out to the watch list, Bonds, Meta, Baidu and Baba, K-Web, CCI related, Boeing calls, says I'm hopping on the plane right now, NVIDIA calls, SPX buying Intel, watch puts, Intel, MO calls, wins, soybean futures, bullish on Trump, SQQ puts on Apple, Tesla puts, MO calls, Holo shares, watching, short gold in the morning calls on America, Intel, and the final plays. Intel, make TLT free. TLT, SPY put, Meta puts, sell some ARM, TLT weekly, and let's go, baby. Amen. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if they're not gonna make you millions of dollars, but we have exposure to the yen. We got exposure to TLT. Any of our call plays are going to die if it's on tech, so don't be surprised when that happens, but we should have some plays. Again, even those apples on Friday, I went with, again, we thought it was for another reason. Again, you guys brought up DeepSeek on Friday. You guys, we talked about it. I just didn't understand it at the time because, again, it was old, but everybody was reacting, so there's going to be a couple of those plays. We'll see. I am going to be watching. I have NVIDIA, TLT, K-Web, Baba, Baidu, the dollar, Meta, Amazon, Google, Microsoft. Don't forget about earnings. And then Oklo, Constellation, JG, and Holo. And here's the deal. I will tell you right now what I believe is kind of the best play so far, or I think who's going to get hit the hardest. Believe it or not, it's going to be energy. So although NVIDIA is having one of its worst days since COVID right now, I really believe the negative, at least, even if we get a bounce by the end of today, I think it's going to be in relation to Constellation, Oklo, and all of that. Because guess what? Everybody's arguing about this right now, right? It doesn't matter because as long as you are telling me China just came up with a more efficient model, everybody can agree with that, right? Everybody's debating about the chips and AI. That's fine. More efficient just means less energy. That's exactly what everybody wanted, no? So I think they're going to probably get hit the hardest. I have no plays on that. So we'll see. Yeah, China stocks are doing great. I think they might even do better. But like we talked about, I mean, how many times did I tell you at the end of last year, the humiliation trade? Remember, exuberance versus humiliation. Today is one of those examples where that flip-flops. The one who was, having exuberance and the best time ever, they're kind of getting humiliated right now. And the names that have been humiliated for the last 2-3 years, China, they're starting to get a bid. I mean, so if this gets legs, you're going to see more of that. If not, many times. Here today, freak out. Jerome Powell, we don't care in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see where that takes us and good luck. But Chattadonia, we're members only right now, okay? And we're members only for a reason, man, because I don't care about the market as much as you think. Although I love it and I enjoy it and it's a good time, I care about this country. And the bigger thing is that I am very well aware. I'm glad to provide my service. It's unfortunate the reaction people give sometime, but at the very least, I don't think we should ever react like that to the veterans of the United States of America. And that's why here, man, I'm honored. I'm glad it's a safe space. Some of you may hear this afterwards, so I'm not here to offend you. This is only for the people who want to be here right now. But for real, man, if you have served this country and you have given up so much in your life for my freedom and everybody's freedom in here, whether they acknowledge it or not, I hope you know you're loved and appreciated, and the least I could do is tell you thank you, let alone I am at your service to help you in any way possible. So veterans, the families, anybody who has served their great country, as well as even the communities, the police officers, firefighters, doctors, nurses, teachers, and you have done it with the utmost of your ability and a good heart with a good intention, man. For real, thank you for everything. We need more people like you, and I hope you know deep down we are all indebted to you, my brother. So veterans, thank you guys for everything, man. Nobody could ever take away your honor and respect, and don't ever let them, bro. So thank you. We love all of you, man. And I hope all of you show this in real life, baby. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Send in the Jets! Oh, it's game time, baby. Hard. Let's go. Oh, Chad Adornia. Are you ready? Are you ready? Make volatility great again. Are you ready? Huh? Oh, yeah. Shout out the veterans. Nah, for real, though. I don't want none of it, bro. You ain't pay homage to the veterans. I don't want to talk to you, okay? I'm sorry. I'm not judging you. You can have the long term, but like, yo, nah, don't play my vets, baby. So let's go, man. It's game time. Be smart. Please do not gamble. Small plays if you see the opportunity, but make it free right away, because if you get a good hit and you ride that free, it'll cover you for all of it without any risk, okay? Simple as that, baby. Let's have a good time. Let's get a lot of news, and then now we already did the pledge, so here's the deal. I'm going to send all the other Chads in here, so get ready. We're going to move on over. I hope you guys are so here's the link we're going to. So I'm ending this stream, and now we are going to let the public in, all right, guys? So I love you, Twitch. You guys could just hang out, and then that's it, man. That's it. All right, I'll see you there.